What's good, YouTube, and welcome back to another video. It's us today, Lux King, and today we're here for another video regarding the Inazuma 11 Victory Road of Heroes news. For this video, we're gonna go ahead and read through the competition mode. So if you guys are excited for today's video, make sure you leave a like down below and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Also, make sure to join both my Discord and the Victory Road of Heroes server, as it always gets updated and such with all the news and tidbits about the game. So make sure to join both of those. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this. Match system. Okay, so here we go. Competition. Match system. Enjoy match your own favorite way in freestyle play. And now they added some stuff already here. So first of all, real skills. Execute authentic football techniques with commands. So they showed us this in the trailer, but like for example here, instead of having an what's it called? Tension battle? Focus battle. Instead of focus battle, you can like trick around them and just get the ball away from them, right? So like here, Eric is like kicking the ball like this, and he's the ball's supposed to go over Xene here. And that's without without the focus battle. So that's pretty interesting. I wonder how it's gonna go. I'm not sure how it's gonna go, but it's kind of cool. It is gonna be such a flex though, where you got people just styling on other people. So that's actually gonna be kind of insane. But yeah, so we got that. Pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. I don't know if it might give you extra tension or not. I think that would be kind of cool and would also give you a nice incentive. Could be wrong though. Next up, focus battles. Again, we have already went through it, but a new screenshot here. As you can see here, this is something very interesting though, and that is the fact that if you look at this, you see Aiden here. But see, here's the thing: you don't see Aiden from Ari/Orion. We see Aiden from Inazuma 11 too, meaning it's pretty much confirmed that that we just get different forms of other characters and such, which is amazing because there are some Inazuma 11 game, well, not some. After the Inazuma 11 Go game, for example, you don't have the Dark Emperor's version of like the Raymond members, you know, which really sucks because they are kind of like somewhat their own character and everything. So it kind of sucks that you don't get to like play or recruit them because they are just not characters you are able to get in those games. But here it seems like most likely they are gonna get their Dark Emperor's forms and such, which again is just very amazing. Again, also you see a lot more other characters here. You see Talisman here, you see Gamma, you see Soul Daystar, you see Edgar Partinus, you see Helio, looking very good. So yeah, focus battles, that's looking nice. Next up we got zone attacking. Again, we already kind of seen this before. Again, Edgar and such is here. You see Archer here. Archer is here in defense. Hey, wait, why is Edgar here in their defense? I don't get that, but nah, yeah, as you can see here, again, zone battles. Again, it's not something new. We've done this before. I don't know what this is. This might just be Excalibur, but it could also be something else. Though I do think that is Excalibur. So, pretty cool again. What else is there? Zone defending. Yeah, zone defending. You just defend the zone. We see Sam Kincaid. We see Timmy. We see him. We see King here in the goal, looking pretty cool. No new kits though, by the way. I noticed they're like rocking Raymond kits or the grass kit, which we had in the beta and such. Then up next, Scrambles. Hey, we see Ade here as well. That's nice. Scramble. Again, this is stuff we have already seen, but we just see it with more like new images and such. Now here we got Tension. Obviously we know how Tension and such work. And in case you don't, Tension works in the way that every character basically shares one TP gauge, which you're able to fill up or lose. So you know, that's pretty cool. We also see Nathan here use Wind God's Dance, which is pretty cool. Next up we got Keeper Power. No other your opponent's goalkeeper. If you deplete the gauge, you can score. Again, it's just normal. We see some music, Burning Catch, nothing new here. What else is there? We got Shoe Chains, which we see an even clearer shot of Aiden here. Like, look at him. That looks so clean. That is so amazing. Like, honestly, just because of the I gotta rethink what I'm gonna be making like my final team for this game, because there was so much stuff we got revealed already. I already talked with you guys in the other video about the story mode characters and such, but like this, for example, I don't know if I'm gonna put this Atsuya in my team over the one from Aris and Orion. I'm actually not sure. So we have to check that out once that is here. But yeah, chain shot. Like, kind of interesting how they show it off here. Because shot chaining, I mean, you can shot chain everything in this game, right? There's no specifically a chain shot or such, so that's interesting. Shot block, you see Jack here just using the wall to like weaken the shot. Long shot, which that is pretty cool though. It's cool that we got some long shots. That long shots are still a thing. They are annoying as hell sometimes, but it's pretty cool that they are here. Yeah, in the beta we had double shot, legendary wolf, king's lance, and is that all? Legendary wolf, double shot, king's lance, and tsunami boost. Yeah, and then tactics, which again we've seen before. I hope we get some more cool ones. We're probably gonna get some more better and cool ones, which I can't wait for. But yeah, so that is that. That's all that stuff. Most of it we already kind of known about, but it is cool to see like some new screenshots with new characters and such. So that's pretty cool. Next up, playstyle. Whether you prefer the intuitive controls of manual mode or the strategic approach of commander mode, there's a playstyle for everyone. Commander mode allows anyone to casually enjoy matches while seeing their commands play out. Find your ideal style, jump into action, and unleash jaw-dropping special moves to secure victory. So again, you got commander mode here, which they showed us some images and such. I think there was an at the Tokyo Game Show last year, people who went over there, they were able to play with the commander mode. Obviously though, I did not go there. I wish, but no, I did not go there, and so I never really saw gameplay of it. But here basically you can like here we got some screenshots about that. So you can kind of decide what type of player you're gonna make. Here we see I guess what type of play they are gonna make or not. I think. I'm not too sure. And then here you're commanding them to go down and everything. So that is pretty interesting. Again, this is really an Inazuma 11 game that Hino's trying to appeal to everyone. If you like the soccer battles and everything, that is fine, you know. If you don't like it, that's still fine. You can still play this game in a different way, which again is amazing. Like, that's really just very cool. I can't wait to try commander mode. I can't really wait. I've already thought of like an idea maybe to do with commander mode, but we have to see about that. Next up, and probably one of the hypest things that got announced. Every hyper power up from this series. From fighting spirits to totems, all power-ups are available. New power-ups like Bond Transform and Awakening also make their debut. And look at this, my mates. Look at this. We got everything back. Everyone is here. We got Keshin's back. We got Armor 5 back. We got Mix and Match back. Look at this. We got Mix and Match back. We got totems, which actually this is the first official. This is gonna be the first official release in Inazuma game with totems in them. So that's pretty cool. So we got totems here, and then the two new gimmicks, which are Bond Transform and Awakening. Now, what do they say? Bond Transform by inheriting a teammate's power, and Awakening awaken latent abilities and play like never before. Now, I don't know if they specified it somewhere else what they exactly do. However, to me, Bond Transform and Awakening seem like an mix and match and Awakening. I mean, like a mix and match and Fighting Spirit, but for characters who don't originally own them. Because they showed us in the video that Darren used Bond Transform and he transformed into Mark, right? Which kind of makes me think about mix and match, how like a character can change into like a different character. So that's why I think that might be the case. And then Awakening again kind of gives off the same vibes as like spirits, because like here, for example, here Tenma here in this image, Tenma got armor fight, right? Looking pretty cool and such. But then this shot really kind of looks similar to that. So I do think that Awakening is like armor fight or Keshin's, and then Bond Transform is like mix and match, which is pretty interesting. Also, what I do wonder is they did not specify, but they did not specify like how exactly these mechanics are gonna work. Like, they've shown us that they are in the game, but they haven't shown us like what exactly does it do. Like, for example, if I have my do I need to take a shot with Falco so I can use his totem? Or do I activate the totem on the field and I just have like a power boost on my Falco? That we don't know yet. They haven't gone into detail about that, so we have to wait and see for ourselves. But again, that is pretty freaking awesome, mate. Like, this was insane when they showed us this, because they did confirm to us before that we are gonna get stuff like Keshin's and everything back. But like, we just haven't seen anything of it yet. But now they finally showed us some stuff, and actually it's insane. So I'm really looking forward to I'm looking forward to this. I also do hope that Bond Transform is like mix and match, but for characters that don't originally have a mix and match. And the same thing on Awakening, that it's like basically having a fighting spirit / armor fight, but for characters that normally don't have those. Because if that's the case, that means that competitive might be a lot more balanced than we think. Obviously, it's gonna be a competitive game. There's gonna be better team comps and such to run than others. But that means that every character basically has the capability to like armor fight in quotations or mix and match in quotations, right? So that is again very cool if that's the case. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Like the variety in characters and everything you'll be seeing. I'm loving that. Then next up we got team / training. Rarity upgrade. Now we already are kind of familiar with this, like in the beta. If you got characters that you need to rank up your characters so they unlock new skills and everything and their stats go up. Pretty self-explanatory, I'd say. Team passives, again, every character has passives too. Again, if you get the characters higher up with ranks, you will see their passives and such. So that is again very cool. That's very cool to see. They did not show us any other character. They put it on Kevin here. It would have been cool to see other passives from like one other character, but it's fine. Then the next thing that's actually very interesting, which we haven't seen much about yet, is the ability learn board. Short for ability learning board. Unlocking a character's skill to allow you to determine their path of progression. Now this is interesting because people are I don't know if it's speculation or if it's confirmed. I don't think it's confirmed, but I could be wrong. But obviously you got the ability learning board. The more you unlock it, the stronger your character gets. But it also seems like that the more you unlock it, the more moves you might unlock. Which is gonna be a pretty cool way to do that. Because again, we are gonna be having like 6 move slots, I think we're having 6 move slots. So this is a cool way to kind of implement it. If you want to gain those last moves, you gotta just upgrade the character, which I'm completely fine with. it. Like, it was either that or level up, which I don't know if they're still gonna do the level up thing, because in the beta they showed us just by leveling up, right, the characters could gain moves. So I don't know, maybe that it's gonna be a mix of both leveling up and doing the ability board. But again, that is very cool. That is very cool to see. I do wonder as well, are we gonna be able to just max out a board of a character, or do we actually have to like strategize and like build them a specific way? So like, if let's say if we go left here, that means we can't go down anymore. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty interesting, though. It does show here that you can use points there, so I don't think that's gonna be a thing, sadly. But that's still fine. And like, yeah, here, for example, these are 2 moves. This is Inazuma 1, and this is Megaton hat. That might be no. This is a dribble, I think. I don't know. This is a catch. I know. These are catches. This is God Hand V, and this is God Hand. But it says you're losing these moves. So that does make me think, if you go this route, that means you don't get these moves. But again, I could be wrong. But yeah, that's ability board. That's gonna be pretty cool. Next up, we got bonding. Decorate your board with character cards and photos to strengthen your teamwork. Okay, I was talking about it this last episode because I wasn't too sure, but it is confirmed. So basically, if you make these photos and such, if you do make the photos, you actually are able to make your characters a bit stronger. Now again, I do not know how strong this is gonna make them, but I do think that's pretty cool. Actually, how they did that. That's pretty cool. Again, I'm gonna be taking a lot of pictures in game and such. Like, it's actually gonna be pretty cool. But okay, that's something to look out for as well. With team building, again, another layer upon that. And then last but not least, enhance your characters with equipment, which again we've also done in Victory Road in the beta again. So yeah, you just put equipments on them and it raises a specific stat. Nothing we haven't seen yet, so that's cool. Next up, compete online. Now again, we got some cool stuff here. First of all, quick and easy multiplayer with battle-based stadium. Skip the hassle of team building and jump straight into matches with well-known pre-built teams. This is awesome. This is amazing. This is just like Strikers, where you could, if you want to, you can just go ahead, grab a team you want to play as, and get it going. Now, I am a little bit curious about how many, because we have they literally talked about this in the stream. We got over 150 characters, right? I mean, 150 teams in this game. But as of right now, this is all we see with a selection, right? We see Rayman, Royal, Zeus. Then we see Gemini Storm, Epsilon, Genesis. Then Inazuma Japan, Raymond Go, and Team Zero. Zerang Domain, Protocol Omega 2.0, and Chrono Storm. And then only 4 more slots. So I don't know if they're gonna put every single team in this mode or not. It would make sense, but for now, this is all we see as of right now. But as you can see here, characters are both on the same level and such. I don't know if you get select tactics. I don't think so. Probably not, but you might be able to. But yeah, you see the teams there from each other. Pretty cool. Looks pretty nice. That is pretty nice. That is gonna be so much fun as well. Next up, exciting party play now, available in 2-player tag mode. In addition to 1v1 showdowns, you team up for 2v2 matches. Now, this is also very cool because, first of all, here we get shown Axel's Inazuma 1, so again, that's pretty cool that he actually has that. Next off, this is pretty cool because this is just like the DS games, right? In which, in the DS games, you were able to connect the DSs with each other, and then you could play a match with your friends. They would be on the same team. So this is basically the same thing. And it seems like they're really kind of going out of their way to show you, because like, it seems like you can, as the other player, you can like do stuff while, for example, player 1 is like selecting a move or such. You can do something else while he's there doing that, which is pretty interesting. That means like, so that is going to be very fun too. Like, imagine like you can literally just go ahead and play with a friend and just just have fun doing that. Like, that's actually just going to be so much fun. This is just incredible. It really is incredible, like all the stuff they're popping out. But again, this is definitely something fun. I can't wait to play with my friends. Definitely 100%. And then next up, we got Victory Road Online Tournament System. Compete in regular online tournaments with exclusive rare in-game rewards for top players. Okay, now tournament match progress qualifiers. Play freely within the designated period to rack up points and move up the ranks. Now, let's see. It seems like you only have enough limited amount of tries per day. Is that true? Okay, that's interesting. Do we only get 5 tries a day? Okay, but no, it's open on specific times as well, so you can't grind the whole day. So, do you only get 5 matches a day in this specific time frame, and then you have to just try and win as much as possible? That is interesting. That is interesting, but okay. So we got that. Tournament match progress main round. So, it shows us the leaderboard here. Now, what I did notice, by the way, while looking at this, I'm looking at all these screenshots and everything, and even though they did confirm crossplay, I am noticing in every like shot, like a match shot and such, it's never like crossplay. No, this is against bots. No, here for example, here 2 people from Steam are playing. Here as well. I think these are all from the same teams and such, right? Like, yeah, Steam. This is just from the beta. No, okay, so like for example, here it shows 2 people from Steam. That is bots. But then, let me check. Here they show, in this screenshot specific, they show like 2 people from Steam. And then here it shows like 2 character people from like other consoles, right? So I don't know how that exactly works. I don't know how that exactly works. I don't know why it shows like that, but regardless, pretty cool, pretty cool. Back to here though. Log in during the time designated per region to participate in online matches. So it's per region. Ooh, so this is not gonna be. Okay, that's interesting. So the tournaments are literally held per region. It's not one big pool. So like, people in Europe are not going to be playing against people in Japan, for example. People in Europe are going to be playing with people in Europe. Okay, that's kind of... Okay, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Okay, I don't mind that. That's actually pretty cool. Alright. Okay, no, that's pretty cool. That's cool. Next up, Tournament Match Progress Grand Finals. The final tournament held in each region with matches at designated times. Now, I'm a bit not confused, but I wonder how they're gonna do this, because all of these tournaments, right? All of these tournaments are just via home and everything. Yeah, you can just participate in these tournaments from home. However, that means that if they are planning to do these types of tournaments, people need to make a lot of time free and such, because if they don't, like, what happens? Because, like, what is the time frame gonna be for your opponent? Because you need to be online at the same time as your opponent, right? Like, what, for example, if both neither you or the opponent show up on time or anything? Like, what does happen then? That is something I am curious about. Like, how does it decide who gets to, like, continue on, who loses? Like, that's something I'm very curious about. It is a cool system, but by having it be a tournament in which you can just play from home, you make it so that people are, let's be real, gonna be a bit more lenient, are gonna probably forget or be late. Meanwhile, if you had a tournament like in like some type of location, obviously the people that show up there, they are gonna be there for the tournament, right? But now you have the issue that people might not be there when they have to play a match and such. So that's gonna be interesting, but it's still pretty cool though. It's pretty cool. You see all the blocks here and such. You move slowly. You just beat them and you just slowly move on like this. Pretty cool. And then next up, seasonal format. Tournaments are not just one-offs, but held every 3 months. That is pretty cool. Now, what is also pretty cool is actually, I think they explained it here. Yeah, seasonal characters. So yeah, every 3 months there's gonna be a new tournament held. So that's pretty cool. So the first tournament is gonna be also held 3 months after the game's been out. So that means you're gonna have a lot of time to prepare before the first tournament is out, right? So that's actually cool because they give us a lot of time to actually prepare for the tournament. So I really do appreciate that. That's pretty cool. But the next thing, seasonal characters. To enter a tournament, your team must include at least 5 characters exclusive to that season. Now, we already saw like 5 characters. However, I see 12 here. So that means I assume there's like 6 more characters below here. There are 12 characters this season. There are 12 special characters this season, and you're forced to use at least 5 of them on the team. Wait, so yeah, to enter a tournament, your team must include at least 5 characters exclusive to that season. Wait, to enter a tournament, your team must include at least 5 characters exclusive to that season. Okay, no, okay, I'm stupid. No, so yeah, so again, here you see Skipper, Virgo, Hood, not Hood. I forgot her name, but Witch. I don't know who this is, and I don't know who this is neither. These are 2 other random scouts, but yeah. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, this person has 5 of the characters, so they are allowed to participate. Again, very interesting. I don't know if it counts for if the characters are on the bench as well or not. So that's gonna be interesting to see. But yeah, that's gonna be pretty interesting with team building, huh? Because you're forced to use some specific characters. That is gonna be pretty interesting, yeah. So that is also looking pretty good. Up next, we got an even more immersive play experience. Then we got the Advent calendar, a calendar from new content, tournament schedules, daily login bonuses, and more. Everything at a glance. So they showed us this, and this just basically seems like daily login. Every day that you log in, you get like some type of reward, which is pretty cool. I do hope though that if you miss a day, the day will still count, or like these are rewards that you can get at some point anyway. So like for example, let's say we're 10 days in with the game, but like on day 7 I missed a day, right? I hope I can still claim my reward for day 7, and then that it just doesn't jump straight to day 8, right? I think that's what I do hope. That's what I do hope, yeah, actually. Though, the Advent calendar is cool. Like, again, it shows you when there's, like, tournaments and everything and such. So, I do think that's pretty cool. It is a pretty nice thing to add it in there. So, I'll take it. And then, gallery, unlock artwork, design documents, and more with points you can earn as play. Now, again, that's pretty cool. I see some nice art here as well. I see, like, the teams from the beta and such. The cafe and everything. I don't know how they're gonna be with that, though. Because I remember from the beta, at the very least, they did not allow you to actually show off the gallery. So I don't know if once the game is out, they actually allow you to like show stuff from the gallery or not. That's gonna be a little bit interesting to see. But that is everything for the competition mode. Competition mode is gonna be insane. You know your boy is gonna try to be the very best like no one ever was. But nah, this is very cool. Again, bringing back all the old power-ups and such. Again, it's just amazing. Types of way you can play matches, how you can raise your characters. Again, there's just so much stuff, mate. There's so much stuff. This game is just so insane. Like, this is not even just a soccer game anymore. It's genuinely just insane. But that is enough of me rambling. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one.